Jim lives in Canada with his energetic father. Jim is happy because his girlfriend Sally is going to visit him soon, which means it's time for Jim's father to leave the home. Jim and Sally plan on getting married, buying a home, getting a dog, and having 2 kids. But Jim and Sally have never bought a home before, so let me explain 9 steps to buying a home in Canada. 1. How much can you afford? Check your bank account to see how much money you have. Also, ask your bank how much of a mortgage you can qualify for. If you have parents who want to support you, make sure to take into consideration how much they are willing to help. It may not be a comfortable conversation to have, but it will make the journey a lot easier if you know the exact amount. If after all of this, you still don't have enough money, then you may need to hire a mortgage broker to help you borrow more money. 2. Decide where and what you want to buy. Decide on a general area you want to live in and see what's in the area. Are there schools nearby? Is it easy to access a highway? What kind of amenities are in the area? Then decide what kind of home you want to buy. Is it a condo apartment, a townhouse, a semi-detached home, etc.? 3. Find a realtor you can trust. A realtor can help you save time, energy, and money. And since you are buying a home, you will most likely not have to pay a fee to the realtor since the compensation is usually offered by the seller. You will also enter into a contract with your realtor as a client or a customer. There is a difference between the two, so ask your realtor for clarification. 4. View homes. Your realtor will use his or her tools, connections, and knowledge to find the right home for you. You can also search websites online that match what kind of property you want to purchase. Once the search is narrowed down to a handful of homes, you will schedule some showings. A showing is when you and your realtor go to the actual home and see what it looks like. 5. Find a lawyer you can trust. Having a lawyer is usually necessary when signing for your mortgage, since most lenders require this. Also, your lawyer will make sure there are no problems with the title of your property and help you apply for applicable rebates. They are also very important if you decide to buy a condominium, apartment, or townhouse and you make your offer conditional on a status certificate review. I'll explain more about this in the next step. 6. Make an offer. After you decide on the property you want to purchase, you will have to submit an offer. In short, you have to include the price you want to pay, when you want to occupy the property you buy, a time limit your offer is available for, and your conditions. The less conditions you have in your offer, the more appealing it will look to the seller. So depending on the demand for the home, there are some conditions you may or may not want to make. But every situation is different, so make sure to discuss the game plan with your realtor. There are 3 common conditions a buyer should make. The first one is conditional on financing, which means that the deal can only go through if the buyer gets the financing required to purchase the home. The second one is conditional on a home inspection, which means the buyer will have time to hire a home inspector to check for damages or anything that will lower the value of the home. And the third one, and this is only for condominiums, is conditional on a status certificate review. A status certificate is a document that contains lots of valuable information, like how much the condominium corporation has left in their reserve fund, or if there are any rules or defects that the buyer should be aware of. 7. Meet the conditions. So what happens if one of the conditions is not met? If a condition is not met, then the person who made the condition can call the deal off, unless he or she decides to waive the condition. 8. Close the deal. Once there is a signed mutual agreement, the lawyers fully take over. They will check documents, make the final adjustments, and transfer the funds. You will pay what you owe in full in the form of a certified check to your lawyer. Your lawyer will transfer the money that goes to your bank or credit union and to the lawyer representing the seller. And make sure to have an idea of the closing costs, which can be 2% to 3% of the purchase price. 9. Receive the keys and move in. Usually the keys are sent to your lawyer once the deal is officially closed. You will move in on the day and time agreed in the contract. You should have already connected your utilities and changed your address on all important documents. If you are a first-time buyer, you should find out what kind of rebates you qualify for. A land transfer tax rebate on a home purchased in Toronto can get you up to $8,475 back, so make sure to do your research and contact a realtor that you can trust. Make sure to watch my other videos so that you can become more knowledgeable. Being knowledgeable will help you to make a smart decision when you decide to purchase your home in Canada.